ass wankers!
Welcome to WatchMojoUK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 British shows you either love or hate.
Yeah, hello.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at some of the UK's most polarising TV series, past and present. Love them or hate them? Where do you stand? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10, Skins. There are lots of positive things you can say about Skins. It introduced us to some of the best actors working in the industry today. It also gave many young writers a start.
I'm telling you, man, we gotta f***ing get in there.
No.
No?
Freddie says, every time you ask me to do something, just say no.
It was a teen show set in the UK starring kids of the right age, with real teenage problems. But it was controversial too. The depiction of drugs and alcohol abuse, underage sex, and hedonism got the tabloids all excited. Skins parties became a term synonymous with wild millennial youth. The show's critics accused it of stereotyping teenagers and promoting bad behavior.
So I want you to stop putting ideas into her head.
But the teens themselves loved it. Was it a realistic depiction of sixth form college life? Some argue that the Inbetweeners is probably closer to the mark, but Skins definitely made a cultural impact.
I don't think anyone would notice.
Yeah, maybe a few did.
Number 9, Geordie Shore. If the noughties was the decade that birthed reality TV, then it was the 2010s that turned reality stardom into a profession. Based on the US Jersey Shore format, Geordie Shore shoved a handful of 20-somethings from Newcastle into a house together and watched the chaos unfold.
Shouting at one of your best mates in here?
Should I tell my best friend what were you saying when she wasn't here?
They were basically getting paid to live every day like it was a big weekend. Geordie Shore is a chaotic mix of voyeurism and scripted reality. It's Big Brother if the cast were all picked from one friendship group. There were no vote-offs, and everyone got mortal every night.
Get away!
But at its peak, the series regularly gained over 1 million viewers and became the highest-rated show in MTV UK history. The people of Newcastle weren't too happy though.
Whoa, shit.
Number 8, Good Morning Britain. Breakfast shows aren't meant to induce strong feelings, but hiring Piers Morgan as a presenter is a surefire way to get a reaction.
People are getting quite concerned that you and I are having a little tiff today. Louise.
We are.
The former host's confrontational interview style and love-hate chemistry with Susanna Reid was all part of the appeal for fans of Good Morning Britain. For some, however, the choice of frontman was enough to make them turn off.
It's been demonstrated today in every paper that fact is simply untrue.
Since Morgan's resignation, the early morning show is less likely to put viewers off their breakfast. The fans remain loyal though. Piers was even nominated for a posthumous National Television Award 6 months after leaving the show.
That's made my year. I don't like awards until I find out I might win one.
Number 7, Little Britain. Some TV series feel as though they belong in a time capsule.
You'd like to know my secrets, would ya?
Whether you loved or hated Little Britain, it's a living piece of the early 2000s. The characters became instantly recognizable, and the catchphrases pervaded the national vocabulary. To its fans, this sketch show was just a good laugh. To its critics, Williams and Lucas crossed a line into uncomfortable territory.
Yeah, no.
But the butt of the jokes were often minorities or marginalized people, and the comedians sometimes portrayed characters of other ethnicities. Showrunner Matt Lucas would later say that he'd never push these boundaries today, stating that, quote, "We made a more cruel kind of comedy than I'd do now."
Computer says no.
Number 6, The Mighty Boosh. This surrealist comedy series is too bizarre to feel indifferent about. If you're not a fan, you've either never watched it, or you just don't get it.
What are you going to be wearing tonight?
Why?
Nothing outlandish, okay?
Alright.
Alternatively, you despise it with your whole being. Noel Fielding and Julian Barrett play these central characters, Vince Noir and Howard Moon. Sometimes they're zookeepers, later they're flatmates or shopkeepers. The show includes animated musical sequences, nonsense songs, a mystic alien shaman, and a gorilla called Bolo.
That is Jinko. He was my friend.
It inspired a cult following and even made it to America. But for those on the other side of the spectrum, it was nothing more than pointless weirdness masquerading as comedy.
Oh, this is an outrage!
Number 5. Celebrity Juice. Keith Lemon is a bit of a Marmite figure, so every show he puts his name on tends to become something people either love or hate.
I just want to say I'm sorry about that.
But with its constant innuendo and outrageous celeb antics, Celebrity Juice would probably have divided viewers anyway. Even the critics were torn. In 2011, the series was voted Worst British TV Panel Show in the British Comedy Guide's annual awards. In the same year, it also bagged a prize for Best Entertainment Show at the TV Choice Awards.
It's really thick, I can't get it up.
Lemon was originally joined by team captains Holly and Fern, later changed to Emily Atack and Laura Whitmore. After 14 years of madness, the series was axed in June 2022. Some will say good riddance, but the fans will mourn.
The rest of you lot can walk, because he's the wizard, and this is my programme.
Number 4. Gogglebox. Watching people watch telly doesn't sound like an engaging format for a program.
Oh, alright, well I'll let you go and sort Jimmy out then.
But Gogglebox ran with the idea, and it struck a chord with viewers. The series gave us the highlights of the week's TV, and introduced us to a cast of lovable real-life families. Their honest reactions and witty observations are great for a laugh.
Oh, I feel like I'm drinking off my garden.
But when the programming takes a sentimental turn, they can just as easily make us cry along with them. Or so a fan of the show might put it. The Gogglebox naysayers would probably lament that there must be something more worthwhile to fill the schedules.
You is an unbelievable show.
It's unbelievable.
Number 3. Love Island. Like Big Brother before it, Love Island is a reality show that has the ominous ability to glue viewers to the box for weeks at a time, for an hour every night.
Did you do that on purpose? No, that at least I fell on my hand.
It's been criticised as vacuous trash TV that plays games with the young contestants' mental health and promotes unrealistic body standards. But it's also great for people watching, and there's so much drama.
Who's Theo?
Who's Theo?
The premise is to basically dump a bunch of beautiful people in a Majorcan villa and see who falls in love. And it does happen. Everything's intensified in there. At its peak, Love Island was essential water cooler TV. Its time in the sun may be waning, but it still has its hardcore fans and haters. Number 2. The Inbetweeners. If Skins was the dark side of teenage life in the 2000s, the Inbetweeners was all the unglamorous bits. Will, Simon, Neil and Jay are not the kind of teens anyone would aspire to be, but they still have their fans.
We go in there, buy some drinks, and then wait for the gash to form an orderly queue.
Sorry, did he actually say gash?
It will be fine, relax.
This Channel 4 comedy was crude, cringe-inducing, but often painfully accurate in its depiction of those awkward in-between years. It's the sort of show you couldn't watch with your parents in the room, especially if Jay was on the screen. But it remains one of the most successful teen comedies of the last decade. Whether it makes you laugh every time or reach straight for the remote, The Inbetweeners is not a series we'll forget in a hurry.
You two shit yourselves.
What?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. Sorry.
Number 1. Mrs. Brown's Boys. Okay, so it's essentially Irish, though it is produced in the United Kingdom. But if there's one TV series that divides British viewers, particularly comedy fans, it's Mrs. Brown's Boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mrs. Brown's Boys!
She's Mrs. Brown. That's Mrs. Brown.
Brendan O'Carroll is the writer and creator of the sitcom, in which he also portrays the irreverent Irish mammy of the title. There's lots of breaking the fourth wall, joking about production mistakes, and a bit of corpsing.
Well, a row is one thing, but there's no need for that kind of violence.
Rory, love, of course you can stay here.
The ratings speak for the show's popularity, as does Carol's mounting collection of national television awards. However, the loudest voices in the arguments are the show's critics. They really hate Mrs. Brown's Boys. They maintain that it's old-fashioned, lazy, and vulgar. They believe it's ruining British comedy, but as the creator himself put it, if you don't like it, change the f***ing channel.
Well, I certainly might consider it.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojoUK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.